All right, guys, welcome to the Florida Treasure Coast Market Update. Stay tuned, and we're going to dig into numbers for St. James.
You better get fired up.
Guys, I'm fired up. You fired up? Today, we're going to dig into St. James. Beautiful golf course HOA. They've got gorgeous homes. I love the barrel tile roofs in there. It's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's just cute, man. So let's take a look at that particular HOA. If you've got an HOA that you want me to look into in the future, certainly let me know. I'm happy to do it. This was actually a request of somebody in St. James, and I said, let's do it. So I'm going to open up. Okay, so you should be able to see the MLS right now, okay? And what we're going to do is a search. We're going to go Port St. Lucie. And let's look up actives first. Now, let's see. Oh, why'd it go away? Take two. Let's type in James and see how many options we get here. Yep, so they're not punching it in as St. James. Let's try it a different way. Let's go golf. There we go. Let's see if I can find it on a map here. It is, oh, let's see here. Oh, you know what? There's a way better way to do this. Let's come over here. And if I come over here, we should be able to find St. James. Was there one there? Nope. Here we go. I just saw one. Where did it go? All right, let's do this. Control F, James. There we go. So, and I'm going to put that at the top. And then let's come over here and let's come to map. Okay, so are all of these, I think this is St. James as well. I just want to make sure. Let's come into here. And yes, it is. Okay, so we are, let me get eyes on where this is. Okay, so just on the northeastern side of Torino, opposite side. All right, here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like we've got 8 that are actively for sale. Let's take a look though and make sure. Sometimes they double up on me. So this says 9. However, if I come in here, I'm willing to bet one of these are doubled up. They're probably on 2 different MLSs. No. Yep, 832 Northwest Greenwich Court is on 2 MLSs. So we've got 8 for sale. Okay, and they're anywhere from $349 up to $449. All right. How long have they been on the market? 20 days, 319 days, 417 days, 35, 35, 69, 139, 197, and 26. Okay. So now what I want to look at, we've got 8. Let's remember that number. We're going to come back to edit search. Let's get rid of our little polygon. And now we're going to go closed. And let's go in the last 6 months. Okay. So it's 820. We're going to go back to 220, 2025. And boom, there we got some homes. And we're going to come up here. Ooh, this is looking good. This is looking favorable, my friends. So now we're going to go doot, 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 doot. There we go. And you can see right here, we've had 12 sales. Now, again, let me come in and see if any of these double up. No. No, none of them do. So 12 sales, but we have 8 active. I mean, I don't even need a calculator to tell you that's 4 months of inventory. So I usually say when you're looking at 3 to 4 months, that's kind of a neutral market. When you're looking at anything over 4 months, it starts to get into buyer market territory. Anything under 3 months, you're looking at seller market territory. So at 4 months, this is right in that neutral territory. And it's also a price point that's pretty palatable here. Anything up to 4.25 is still selling pretty good here in Port St. Lucie. Especially if you've got a pool. But you can see a lot of these homes, 319, 335. No, that's not true. 1, 2, 3, 6. So half of them are 375 or less, right? So with that, and I wonder too, this is just Joe being interested. We've got 6 at 375 and less, and we've got 6 at 437.5 and above. I'm going to come down to private pool, yes. And I want to see, so we've got 5. Where are those price points? Above. So really only 1 sold over 375 that did not have a pool. That is interesting. Okay, so now let's come back down and look at this list of 12. And we can see that the days on market is 28, 25, 156, 129, 5, 110, 45. Let's do it this way. Put them in order, and you can see that 5 of the 12 sold in 28 days or less. That's pretty impressive. 7 of the 12 sold in 58 days or less. It's really interesting. Now, all of these, none of these, so a lot of these guys don't fill in the year the roof installed. Now, these guys have older tile roofs, and I think most, if not all of these homes, probably not all of them. Yeah, they're all 02. Well, here's a 2000, 2002, 2003, 2005. So they're all built from 2000 to 2005. With that in mind, all of these tile roofs are 20 to 25 years old. Those roofs will last you 30, 35, 40 years. Will insurance allow you to is another question, but that makes sense. So the last thing I want to kind of look at is when we look at, I'm going to do something up here. I'm going to look at average and median price per square foot sold, not asking. View. So the sold price per square foot was $199.36. They were asking $203.24 on average, right? But they got $199.36 divided by $203.24. That means they're selling for just a hair over 98% of asking price. So on a $400,000 home, you're going to average just above $392 on an actual sales price. Okay, so $199.36 is average. I don't like averages in most cases, this being one of them, as much as I like medians. I like medians better. So let's go look at the median here and see how close it is to 199. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be 197.23. So the median's a hair lower. So if you live in St. James or you're looking at a property in St. James and you just quickly want to guess what the property's worth, you can multiply the square footage times 197, and that's going to give you a pretty good guess. However, I said that was going to be my last thing, but I'm going to do one more thing. I want to go back to edit search, and I want to break it down by pool or no pool, because that's going to be a pretty big differentiator. So now the median price point skyrockets to $217.78. Okay. Let's remember that, $217.78. But now we're going to look at the average. And it is $212.26. So you're looking $212 to $217 if you've got a pool per square foot is what you can kind of guess your property is going to be worth. Again, you might have more or less amenities. You might have a more beat up home or a fantastically beautiful home. You might have a new roof. I mean, there's a million reasons you could be higher than 217 or lower than 212, but that's a run of the mill guess with all of the things being similar. So now let's come back. Last thing we'll do, I've said that a couple times now, but this time I mean it, folks, is we're going to look at those 7 with no pool, and your median drops to $183.99. Let's just call it $184. Okay, that's your median price per square foot sold. Let's see what the average is. $183.99 versus 190. Okay, so 184 to 190. And you might say, well, why are those numbers so drastically different? Right? I mean, I shouldn't say drastic, but $6. It's because you've got two big outliers. You've got this one that sold for 227 a square foot. You've got this other one that sold for 166. Everything else is 181 to 199, right? So this is $28 higher than the second highest. And this is $15 lower a square foot than the second lowest. So I'm very confident most homes are going to be right in this range. Let's go look at those two homes. This one on Rutherford better look amazing. Like there's got to be something really incredible about it. It's not the roof. The roof is 2003. That's a beautiful shot, whoever the photographer is. I even love, if you're going to have a shadow, man, get it to be a palm tree. That looks great. So why are these guys going for so much more? Okay, so they've got granite countertops, granite backsplash, and it's a big granite backsplash. They've got nicer flooring. It's not original. They've got chrome molding. They may, I think I'm going to correct myself here. I was going to say they may have, they got plantation shutters. I was going to say they may have matching flooring throughout. However, so they're right on the water. That's a helpful thing. They've also got a screen patio instead of an open patio. That is a tight little bedroom, and they got carpet in here. However, it looks like it's newer carpet. I love me some plantation shutters, man. I'll tell you though, they're expensive. I did my house, and I got 2 quotes that were 9-10 grand. Got a third quote, and it was $5,000, which is still high. But I thought, man, I'm glad I found those guys, and I was completely happy with them. So if you guys are looking for plantation shutters, let me know. But anyway, so that's kind of the higher end. Let's look at what this lower end, what was the deal over here, right? And it might be something we don't know. It might be there's a roof leak and you can't see it, or it might be the AC just broke down and you're going to take on a home. We don't know, right? So don't look at the photos and just think it's just that. So here you can see they've got original tile and they've got carpet in the living room. Floridians do not like carpet. That looks like Corian countertops, an older sink, white appliances. People love stainless steel. Carpet in the bedrooms, and it doesn't look like nicer carpet. Dated master bathroom. Non-matching washer and dryer. Okay, but they're on a golf course and it's screened in. Interesting. But yeah, there you go. So again, you're probably going to be in that 181 to 199 a square foot range if you do not have a pool. That's pretty tight there. Those are really good comps. That's phenomenal. So anyway, guys, hopefully that's helpful. Again, if you've got an HOA that you live in or a zip code or whatever it is you want me to specifically look at, a certain neighborhood, maybe go a half mile out from that, happy to do it. Just say, put it in the comments, whatever it is, or you can send it to me in a private DM, and I am happy to do it. Thanks for joining me. We're here every single Wednesday at 11 o'clock with the Florida Treasure Coast Market Update, where we talk about this local Port St. Lucie market. Guys, have a great Wednesday. Take care.